Have you ever assembled a huge jigsaw puzzle, say 2,000 pieces? How did you start? Did you just dump out all the pieces and check if random pieces fit together? I bet not. You probably started by pulling out all the edge and corner pieces and built the frame first, then sorted the remaining pieces based on color or pattern, and built small sections of the puzzle one by one. By reducing the number of pieces you were focusing on, you took a really big problem and systematically simplified it, made it more manageable. Similar to assembling a jigsaw puzzle, the first step in creating a simulation is to simplify the scope of your problem. Focus on the parts and features that contribute to the structural strength of your design. The first step to simplifying your geometry is to separate your simulation model from your production model, since you'll be making changes to the geometry and may not want those changes to be reflected in the production level model. Creating a simulation-specific configuration is an easy way to achieve this. Pack and Go is also a great option if you'd rather completely separate your simulation model from your production model. In the case of the steering and suspension kit, there may be only several components that we're interested in virtually testing. When removing parts from our design, we'll need to suppress them to completely remove their contribution. We can start by suppressing the hardware, since we know their strength information from the supplier and can later compare that to the calculated reaction forces solved in the simulation. Many of these other parts are either off the shelf or designed in a different department. You can see that the scope of the analysis quickly becomes smaller and more manageable. For this simulation, we may only need to understand the performance of the steering bracket and the tie rod end. Like the jigsaw puzzle, we've already pared down the scope of the problem, but we'll continue to simplify the model even further. Many designs have features like modeled threads, embossed logos, or fillets and chamfers that are largely cosmetic. We can suppress those features since they only play a very small role in the overall structural integrity of the design. We've spent a bit of time simplifying our model, and you may be wondering, how much time will I really save by doing this? Without simplification, this assembly could take hours of solve time, versus seconds. Similar to sorting through pieces of a huge jigsaw puzzle, we've narrowed the scope of our problem by applying a few easy steps. As we move through the simulation in the following videos, the simplification process will not only save us time, but help us create a focused and easy to interpret set of results, clarifying whether or not we need a design change. In the next video, we'll look into the ease and flexibility of choosing materials in SOLIDWORKS simulation.